Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to run down to Detroit, Michigan right now and spend a little time with Lydia Michael. She's a speaker, author, founder and owner of Blended Collective in Detroit. And Lydia, it's always good to see you. It's been a little while. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Chris? Thanks for having me back.
I am always having a way better time with life than I deserve.
That's
So
good.
listen, let's talk a little bit about that because it's been a while. Refresh everybody as to Blended Collective, what you are, what you do.
Yes, so we're a multicultural marketing and brand consultancy based in Detroit. And our sweet spot in marketing is really focusing on integrating culture and emotion in the marketing journey.
You know, it's kind of interesting. I run several CEO networks and just had one this morning, the day of this recording. And at the end of the day, everybody always says, you know, this is still people in relationships. No
So
matter
true.
where AI comes in, technology, etc., it's
Yeah,
about relationships and building those. And branding is one way you do that.
absolutely. Yeah. Human to human relationships is what I always say.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your book, Brand Love. Tell us about that, what it's doing, and then I'm going to ask you how it's doing.
Yeah, so I wrote and published Brand Love last summer. We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary. And the book focuses on how the most successful organizations evoke the emotions of their customers by tapping into their hearts and minds. And there's a lot of brands that are featured from all over the globe. And honestly, I could have not been more happy with how it has sort of evolved over the past year. And yeah, lots of excitement coming up for the book.
Boy, there certainly is. And how's it doing in the marketplace?
It's doing really well. So right now, we are working on translations into Turkish and Vietnamese, and those are set for 2025 to be published.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit because I do a lot of international business. And the
Mhm.
fact that things like branding, there are a lot of words that don't translate, a lot of feelings that don't translate, but branding seems to.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. And is there much difference between branding in Turkey and branding in China, etc.?
There definitely is, because like you said earlier, Chris, it's all about the people, but it's also about the cultures. And so the cultures are different across all of these different regions and countries. And so people navigate differently, people buy differently, people have different emotions, and there's certainly different sensitivities in different cultures as well. And so being aware and being mindful and understanding those nuances and those differences is really important, because that's what will impact your marketing ultimately, and that's what will allow you to be successful.
You know, it's
So
kind of interesting having done business in China for 30 years. Some of the things I picked up on first is they don't hug. That's kind of interesting because we do. That's a great way to show emotion and a bonding and
yeah,
all that stuff. But there are some absolute cultural differences.
yeah.
So the book is doing well. Who are you working with for the most part? Give us kind of a demographic of your client.
Yeah, so this year we've been working with a lot of programs, economic development organizations, small businesses that have received funding, federal funding specifically, through some of those larger programs. So we've been working with them to either develop full brand identities or help them with their marketing strategy and planning. It really is a diverse set of clients that we work with. One thing that has sort of resulted out of the book is doing a lot more speaking engagements, but also teaching. So I'm going to Germany in the fall to teach a multicultural marketing and branding class, which is right up my alley. And yeah, looking forward to doing that.
Excellent. Hey, and by the way, I don't want to get off before I say congratulations. You were just recognized in Oakland County, 40 under 40. Tell me a little bit about that. That's got to feel good.
Yes, it's awesome. I think it's just it is a feel good um moment when you're recognized for the work that you're doing in the community. And yeah, Oakland County 40 under 40. I'm excited. It was definitely a great way to connect with more people in the community, people who are doing a lot of great and different things. And, hopefully that leads to some opportunities for us to collaborate as well.
Well, not just opportunities, but also that pride. It establishes you as someone as a go-to in your industry. And you're in Oakland County, the most moneyed county there is, one of the highest tech, So you're in a pretty good spot there, Lydia. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of our work is focused in Wayne County, also in Detroit. And so it's nice to, sort of have that recognition in Oakland County, which is where I live.
Well, to be on that list and to be successful, you're obviously doing some things right, which is why periodically we have you on, and we will again, because we'll have a lot of branding questions for you.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, we look forward to it. Lydia Michael, she's a speaker and an author, as well as the founder and the owner of Blended Collective in Detroit, Michigan. So we will be back. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network, and I'm Chris Holman.